In the serene town of Oak Grove, Minnesota, a colossal and devastating house fire captured on camera shook the community to its core.
The cat finally woke them up, so now that girl would do anything.
Get out of the road.
I would see. I would.
Tourists were busy recording a massive Cape buffalo peacefully grazing, but their loud presence captured the buffalo's attention, leading to an unfortunate turn of events.
Usually he would stop by the edge of the water.
I got with that grass.
Look at him.
Initially composed, one tourist's demeanor swiftly shifted when the buffalo reacted.
Oh gosh, oh no. Look how fast he's going. Oh no! Scare me to death.
Panic ensued as she screamed for assistance. Recognizing the gravity of ignoring the animal's earlier signs, the Cape buffalo is renowned for its volatile temperament, and many regard a wounded buffalo as one of Africa's most perilous creatures. Fortunately, it turned out to be a feigned charge, causing no harm to the tourists. Kyle Harrison, a YouTuber, was engaged in playful activities with his toddler in the living room when an unexpected occurrence took place. Suddenly, one of their toys emitted eerie sounds, almost resembling reverse speech.
I'm gonna have nightmares from this.
While some listeners perceived it as backwards chanting, others discerned a different message. Upon playing the video at half speed, one can almost make out a voice uttering phrases like, "It's near" or "It's here." I'd appreciate hearing your thoughts on whether you've noticed this or if you believe it to be a mere coincidence. It's worth noting that a commenter mentioned owning the same toy, asserting that they've never encountered such behavior, even when the toy's batteries were running low. Perhaps someone else can identify the toy and corroborate this claim. Philadelphia police have released a dramatic video showcasing a group of looters forcibly breaking into a store in northeast Philadelphia during a night of rampant theft on Tuesday. This incident has left local businesses on high alert, taking various precautions to avoid being targeted once again. As the week unfolded, the police department, recognizing the need for public awareness, began disseminating videos of the criminal activities.
Yeah, police are taking precautions. You can see right where we are. It's been a long week for police, and they started putting out videos. And if you think you've seen the wildest of the Philadelphia looting, you haven't seen this.
In the released footage, the looters can be seen hurriedly navigating the store, some grabbing smaller items while others contemplate whether to make a hasty exit or return for more stolen goods. Their entry into the establishment resembles the frenzied rush of Black Friday shoppers, with the added challenge of breaking through a steel cage guarding the doors on the exterior. This obstacle caused the first individual exiting the store to stumble and fall amid the shattered glass, clutching a pilfered TV. Subsequently, more individuals emerged, this time with televisions and boxed phones. In an effort to identify the culprits, detectives extracted screenshots from the video, focusing particularly on those who entered without masks. Philadelphia police have sought assistance from the public in solving the case of looting, emphasizing the significance of community cooperation. Amid the chaos, law enforcement authorities had uncovered social media plans hinting at the possibility of a teenage flash mob. This prompted an increased police presence throughout the city center, sparking curiosity among the public about the ongoing developments. 3 nights after the initial looting incident in the city center, Philadelphia police collaborated with the sheriff's office and SEPTA police, implementing what they referred to as a football prevent defense strategy to thwart any further similar occurrences.
3 nights after the Center City looting, Philadelphia police teamed up with the Philly Sheriff's Office and SEPTA police in what they call in football a prevent defense, to prevent more scenes like this one from Tuesday from happening on Friday.
By deploying a substantial police presence, they aimed not only to discourage potential mass mob looting, but also to reassure the city's business owners that they have their support and financial interest at heart, even allowing them to maintain regular operating hours without fear of early closures. In the state of Florida, a family experienced a harrowing encounter when a sizable black bear ventured onto their property, instigating a distressing pursuit of their beloved dog companion.
Solomon! Bobby! No, Bobby! Bobby!
Fortunately, in a moment of swift and decisive action, the family's vigilant father displayed remarkable courage as he leaped into action to protect their cherished pet from the menacing advances of the formidable bear, thereby averting a potentially calamitous situation.
Solomon! Papi! No, Papi! Papi! Papi!
Inside.
In the Netherlands, an enigmatic and perplexing phenomenon has been reported, leaving residents and observers alike bewildered. This curious occurrence is characterized by an unexplained, peculiar noise, reminiscent of a resonating trumpet, emanating seemingly from the heavens above. The origins and nature of this eerie sound remain shrouded in mystery, prompting speculation and curiosity among those who have had the peculiar experience of hearing it. In this video, an elephant is endeavoring to exert his physical force in an attempt to impel the shuttle.
Hey! 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 Kidding me?
This peculiar, grainy footage featuring what appears to be a ninja is truly astonishing, raising legitimate concerns. In the vast depths of the Arctic Ocean, an enormous, nearly humanoid creature has been discovered, thought to be a ninja. Ninjas, according to Japanese folklore, are aquatic humanoid beings resembling whales, typically dwelling in subarctic oceans. Their existence is often shrouded in mystery, with many questions surrounding their survival or even their overall existence. Now, as you can observe in this video, a colossal figure resembling a human is observed drifting through the murky depths for a significant duration, moving in a manner reminiscent of a humanoid figure navigating Arctic waters. Remarkable imagery depicting the devastating aftermath of flooding has emerged from New York City, urging residents to hunker down and remain indoors as an extraordinary weather event unfolded.
Never like this. I have flood, but this is the worst. It came up from the street.
I saw the sewer started coming up, and that's when the real thing is the sewer got pretty full, and all the water from the sewer is coming in here and pushing all that stuff in.
In a scene unlike any they have witnessed before, residents from the streets of Woodside, Queens, found themselves grappling emotionally with the relentless downpour and sudden flash floods that seemed incessant. The torrential rains inundated basements and garages, with sewer systems overflowing, inundating homes and properties, exacerbating the calamity. Lana, a resident, offered a first-hand account of her ordeal as she took Fox 5 inside her dwelling, attempting to manage the daunting task of drying her basement, where the water levels rose up to a staggering 3 feet. In neighboring yards, once tranquil spaces were transformed into turbulent rivers. One neighbor recounted the surreal experience of water seemingly infiltrating his home from various sources, even describing water surging from the toilet, an unnerving sight that felt as if it had been lifted from the pages of a movie script.
Water was coming from the
toilet.
Okay.
The pressure up. I'm trying to take a shower. The push up. It's very scary. Like a movie, you know.
The gravity of the situation was underscored by the dramatic scene unfolding outside a delicatessen on 31st Avenue in Harvard, where surveillance footage captured the relentless inundation of the street, causing water to surge inside the establishment. Store owners and employees recounted their struggles as they attempted to contend with the deluge, with the water levels rising to an overwhelming extent.
Water come to inside in the store.
How deep did the water get inside your store?
We try to close the door, clean the water, but it's too much for us. It's keeping when the car moving, the water keep coming to the store.
The ceaseless flow of water into the store created a dire predicament, leaving them grappling with the daunting task of cleanup. Some fortunate residents had access to pumps, allowing them to initiate an arduous process of extracting the water from their homes. However, it is essential to bear in mind that a significant portion of the floodwater contains sewage, making the cleanup a complex and multifaceted endeavor. As the affected community of Woodside, Queens, begins to grapple with the enormity of the situation, the recovery process has only just commenced. According to law enforcement, these individuals not only committed a robbery at the store you see behind, but astonishingly, they returned to the scene of their criminal activity to retrieve an item they had left behind. It's truly astonishing to think about the effort people put into their hard-earned money, and it's far from acceptable to demand free goods from the leading nail supply store in Marietta.
People work as hard for their money, and I don't think that it's okay for you just to demand free things.
The incident occurred on September 19, during the lunch hour, when two female suspects entered the store, ostensibly to make a purchase of supplies. However, when it came time to settle the bill, they abruptly fled, absconding with approximately $600 worth of merchandise. The store's interior is equipped with an array of surveillance cameras, and the owner graciously shared the exclusive footage, which depicts the cashier and owner, both dressed in blue, diligently pursuing the alleged robbers. However, the situation took a sinister turn when one of the suspects returned to the store upon realizing she had inadvertently left her phone, complete with her driver's license, behind. She aggressively demanded the return of her phone, prompting the owner and cashier to propose a straightforward exchange: the return of stolen items in exchange for her phone, no questions asked. Regrettably, this reasonable proposition escalated into a violent confrontation. The alleged female robber resorted to physical violence, hurling the store owner to the ground and assaulting the pregnant cashier. While robbing a nail supply store may not be regarded as a particularly ingenious act, the audacity of returning to the scene to retrieve a phone makes this incident even more remarkable. Local community members who witnessed the video footage expressed deep concern for the store owner, who had experienced such a traumatic event.
When people just come in and steal from them, I just don't think that it's right.
The act of theft from hardworking individuals is unequivocally wrong, and the video evidence vividly portrays the woman assaulting the owner and endangering the pregnant woman behind the counter. Subsequently, the police reported that the value of the stolen items was less than the cost of the phone. The store owner sustained injuries during the altercation, although she declined to provide on-camera commentary, confirming the sequence of events. Law enforcement officers managed to locate the suspects approximately a mile away, with the stolen property in plain view, leading to their arrest and booking on multiple charges. It turns out that bears have an appetite for more than just honey, as demonstrated in a rather unexpected encounter during a family fiesta in Mexico. The uninvited guest, a bear, boldly clambered onto the picnic table, helping itself to some mouth-watering tacos and enchiladas, much to the astonishment of the family in attendance. This astonishing incident left the family frozen in fear, a natural response to the imposing presence of the bear. Remarkably, the individual who recorded this remarkable encounter momentarily set aside their camera to divert the bear's attention with a fresh plate of enchiladas, allowing the family to make a safe retreat. Notably, the bear did not linger for dessert, sparing the cake. The composure displayed by the family in the face of such a formidable visitor is indeed remarkable, considering the potential danger posed by a single swipe of the bear's paw. However, one intriguing aspect of this encounter is the absence of the bear's mother. While the bear in question may not have appeared exceptionally large, the presence of a baby bear often signals the proximity of a protective mama bear. The whereabouts of the mama bear remain a subject of curiosity. Regarding the person behind the camera, it's perplexing to ponder their motivation. Despite the allure of potentially capturing such a unique event, one would instinctively prefer a safe distance from a bear. It raises questions about the behavior of bears when confronted with food, as they might become so engrossed in their meal that they pay little attention to the presence of humans. In the end, the individual responsible for recording this astonishing episode, whoever they may be, attained viral fame on TikTok, further highlighting the surreal nature of this wildlife encounter. Remaining vigilant about your surroundings is always advisable. In a recent incident at a local gas station, a man exhibited a level of confidence that suggested he had executed similar actions numerous times. As he approached the counter, he appeared to be well aware that his victim would likely not be paying close attention. In a seemingly practiced maneuver, he deftly reached forward and discreetly extracted her wallet from her pocket. Although we do not witness the act itself, it is reasonable to assume that he spent a considerable amount of time observing her, meticulously planning the perfect moment to strike. The precision of his actions was so seamless that it went unnoticed by everyone present. After successfully obtaining the wallet, the man paused briefly before swiftly making his exit from the store, and remarkably, no one attempted to apprehend him. It was a case of an efficient and swift getaway, leaving him in possession of the stolen items without any immediate repercussions. A family vacation takes a frightening turn when their zipline adventures nearly comes to an abrupt end.
Oh my gosh, Paula.
High above Copper Canyon in Chihuahua, Mexico, their zipline's small motor engine suddenly becomes detached, leaving one family member stranded. With sheer determination and all her upper body strength, she manages to shimmy her way over to the motor and ride it back to safety. Oddly, the two nearby workers don't appear to be concerned, raising questions about how frequently these motors detach. Her bravery in handling this situation without assistance and without succumbing to panic is truly admirable. Many people, including myself, might have been frozen or started screaming immediately upon coming to a sudden stop. When you decide to order a mystery box from the dark web, exercise caution, as you may unwittingly invite a curse into your life. In a YouTube video, Crypto NWO, the YouTuber, documents the unsettling contents of such a dark web package. As he opens the box, the items inside appear mysterious.
Check out what's on this little mini phone. I have to.
And we can only imagine that the contents of the mini phone must be equally astonishing. He proceeds to charge the device and continues unveiling more dark web items.
Yes, type microbe. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Why does it smell like mothballs? Oh my. Why am I not wearing gloves?
However, the truly eerie moment occurs when, after briefly leaving to retrieve gloves, a gloved hand materializes, sending shivers down the spine. This unexpected apparition proves to be more unsettling than the items within the box. Although the video does not reveal the contents of the mini phone, one can surmise that this box may indeed be afflicted with a curse, especially considering the mysterious presence of the disembodied gloved hand now wandering through Kevin's house. Just when you believe the worst-case scenario has unfolded, it's essential to remember that things can take a sudden turn. Mere moments after a man cautiously wades through ankle-deep waters in his family's basement, a calamity strikes as the entire wall collapses under the force of the water. It's a horrifying ordeal indeed. However, there is a silver lining in this dark cloud. Thankfully, the family emerged unharmed and no injuries were sustained. TikTok user Parents Are People Too is typically recognized for sharing cheerful content, such as random skits and glimpses into their daily life. However, a recent video posted by this user has left their followers feeling somewhat uneasy. In this video, the TikToker is captured laying in bed when they suddenly notice an eerie pattern emerging on the curtains.
Man, that looked like a face.
The pattern resembles several minuscule hands seemingly protruding through the fabric.
Glowing, but what the hell is that? Why is it wrinkling like that?
To dispel any suspicions, the user proceeds to draw the curtains as the video's conclusion.
Man, that looked like a face.
revealing that there's nothing there. This attempt to reassure viewers only raises more questions. Could this peculiar occurrence be attributed to supernatural forces, or is there a more logical and rational explanation? As is often the case with internet mysteries, the truth remains elusive, leaving it to the viewers to determine their own beliefs regarding this enigmatic event. The police are currently in the process of identifying the individuals responsible for a pair of burglaries that occurred in Chula Vista. Surveillance footage, captured in broad daylight, vividly depicts one of these incidents. Additionally, we hear from a woman who recounts how she had a substantial sum of $250,000 stolen from her residence, making these thieves audacious in their actions.
So around 11:22, it was recorded on my camera that the red car Lexus came back, and he even actually go on my driveway to park there and then honk and then stay there for like 1-2 minutes. When nothing happened, he get out of my driveway, go on the other side, stay there again for 1 to 2 minutes.
They brazenly enter the homes during daylight hours. What's more, their premeditated approach involved meticulously casing the targeted properties. They even honked their car horn while in the driveway, presumably to check for any signs of occupancy. It was evident that they took great care to ensure no one was home when they struck. The reason for the absence of the homeowners was their routine errands, a common occurrence around 10 or 11 in the morning. Upon returning home, they discovered a significant loss of valuables, including cash and jewelry. The stolen cash amounted to as much as $250,000. Angie Valero, the victim of this incident, is now sharing the surveillance footage in an effort to seek justice and apprehend the culprits. The footage clearly shows that the suspects had been surveilling the neighborhood and that they were driving a red Lexus, as evident in the video. Once they selected their targets, they forcefully entered Valero's residence, even resorting to pepper spraying her dog to silence them, before making off with the stolen valuables. Chula Vista police are urging residents in the Rolling Hills Ranch area and nearby neighborhoods to review their own surveillance footage, including Ring doorbell cameras for any sightings of a red Lexus matching the description provided. If anyone has information or leads, they are encouraged to contact the Chula Vista Police Department. Following the act of pouring a steaming cup of green tea into a delicate teacup, an inexplicable occurrence unfolds as the cup, seemingly of its own volition, begins to glide across the table without any discernible external influence. It's worth noting that the second teacup, containing a somewhat cooler brew, remains stationary, defying the same mysterious force that propels the first.
Yeah, look at that.
Did you see it spin?
No idea. Don't. Hey, watch out.
Madison, did you see it spin? It spin. Watch it. Watch it. It looks like it's doing. What about my cup? Madison didn't see it.
Well, I got it on video. It moved quite a bit. There it goes again.
Did you see that? It just moved. Put your eyes on it.
Adding to the intrigue of the situation is the fact that the table itself is securely anchored to the floor, leaving no room for conventional explanations for the unexpected movement. This enigmatic event raises a multitude of questions and invites speculation about the forces at play, leaving observers astounded and eager to unravel the underlying mystery. Bunnyman Bridge is the name of a bridge in Colchester, Virginia that goes over a road. People say it got its name because a man named Douglas Griffin, who had mental problems, ran away from a crash near there. After a few weeks, dead rabbits started showing up in the nearby woods. People who like to explore abandoned places, like the folks in the Productive Jokers video, decided to visit this bridge with graffiti on it.
All right, you guys we're going to the Bunny Bridge. You know what?
In the video, a group of guys starts by drinking and having fun, but then they decide to go to the bridge, even though there are signs saying not to. They notice strange drips that look like blood on the bridge.
Drips? Is that blood?
They go into a tunnel and see handprints and graffiti that someone tried to paint over.
Oh, look at the hand.
In the distance, they spot a figure, which they circle in red. This spooks them. and when they see some letters that say, "She laughed," and hear laughter, they decide it's time to leave. Do you think I could have made it longer? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Did they really see the bunny man, or were they just scaring themselves? While exploring the infamous Goatman Bridge, Angelo, a member of the YouTube team Exploring with Angelo, experiences a brief episode of possession within the forest surrounding the bridge. His unease is initially triggered by a specific tree, which puts him on edge.
What it is, but there's something drawing me to that tree. There's like so many things moving.
And soon he begins to feel nauseated.
Okay.
What the just happened?
Thought I was gonna throw up there for a second. Holy.
It's funny because I had a couple nauseous spells. I just didn't really say anything.
Subsequently, his behavior takes an odd turn, accompanied by hallucinations.
He's there.
What?
No, he's right there.
He's...
Shortly thereafter, an intriguing development unfolds.
You see something?
He's right there.
Are you okay?
Huh?
You see something?
Yeah, he's literally right there.
What's going on right now?
What exactly is Angelo witnessing?
Right there. Okay, he's starting to creep me out right now. What the what's going on right now?
There.
You keep getting further and further.
Yeah, but he's right there.
The enigma persists.
I don't see anything, dude.
Right there.
What the heck are you seeing?
Just come.
Uncertain of whether to heed the strange call, Angelo ultimately does.
You don't see it?
What?
Then, as they stand in the forest, the chilling sound of footsteps approaching rapidly unnerves them.
Those... Dude, come on, man. We gotta get out of here. You didn't hear that? Dude,
come on.
Where are you going? Didn't you just hear those footsteps running? Where are you going? Ange, we gotta go.
Following Angelo's lead, Frank ventures deeper into the woods, but Angelo suddenly snaps out of his peculiar state after stumbling.
What's up?
What?
What?
Do you not remember just standing by the water there?
I never went by the water. What are you talking about?
We should go. I have the footage. I'll show you. Do you understand where we are right now?
Did we pass the tree?
Long time.
What caused this unusual behavior? The group suspects it was a form of possession, and Angelo does seem to have been in a trance-like state. However, the nature of what he witnessed remains a baffling mystery, possibly related to whatever had been pursuing Frank. Following its rescue, a deer exhibited an unexpected and potentially dangerous behavior by charging toward law enforcement officers.
Close, yeah. Might be the last one. What do you want done with it?
What we're gonna grab that jacket real quick.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Get out of here. Go on.
Alex Paranormal, a British paranormal investigator, received a request from a fellow ghost hunter to authenticate the alleged haunted status of a house. After approximately 4 minutes and 22 seconds, he experienced some paranormal phenomena detected by his equipment in the vicinity of an upturned mattress.
If you want us to go, flash device to orange.
They chose to respect the entity's wishes and departed. The subsequent rooms appeared ordinary until a significant event occurred at the 5-minute and 55-second mark.
I feel like I'm just touching my
Just
leg.
spread me.
At 6 minutes, Alex felt a touch on his leg. 3 seconds before, the paranormal meter registered any activity. So he initially sensed the touch on his leg, followed by confirmation from the meter.
Hello? Can you flash the device again if you're here with us? That's crazy, isn't it?
Furthermore, Alex encountered a shadowy figure in the reflection of the glass within the room.
Hello? Can you flash the device again if you're here with us? That's crazy, isn't it?
Although the rest of the house lacked notable activity, they returned to the area near the overturned mattress, where their equipment had previously indicated paranormal activity. Strangely, it seemed as though the entity did not wish to communicate. However, it began to mimic Alex by repeating his last question immediately after he asked it.
How many spirits are here?
In this unsettling moment, Alex felt another touch, and the camera lost focus as the unidentified presence entered the room.
Did someone touch my leg?
Even when attempting to refocus the camera, it refused to focus on the surroundings, reinforcing the presence of something else in the room.
You put your hand in front of it, Mike. Is that you touching the camera?
When they tried using a spirit box in the bathroom, they only captured a scream. Left with only the basement to explore, Alex hastily returned upstairs after feeling something brush past him once more. Placing the spirit box at the top of the basement stairs, they received a woman's voice, potentially the same entity heard screaming earlier. This spirit offered eerie advice in a calm yet reassuring tone.
What the?
Concerned that their equipment might be interfering with their readings, they removed everything from the meter and asked once more.
If you want us to leave, flash that device to red.
Yeah, look, red, mate. You said a minute ago, turn it to red if you want us to leave.
There seemed to be no indication of deception in their encounters, and Alex Paranormal promptly ended the video. This experience was not the first direct interaction they've had with spirits, and it's likely that more will occur as they continue to explore such locations in the future. The motorcycle found itself unable to navigate the road, and the source of this obstruction was none other than an obstinate sheep. This woolly troublemaker persistently impeded the progress of the driver and even launched attacks on them, creating a formidable hindrance to their journey. Have you ever come across the tale of a woman in the black dress? I hadn't either until I stumbled upon the YouTube channel Caçadoras das Sombras, investigating it. According to the legend, this woman materializes before men who have committed moral transgressions. Let's assess whether these individuals fit that description.
Uma entidade aqui? Nossa senhora! Que isso? Ô galera, vocês ouviram aí? Vocês ouviram?
There's an eerie presence within this haunted house, seemingly nourishing itself on their fear.
Quem fez isso? Tem alguém aqui.
Upon escaping from it, a sinister, indistinct figure appears in the doorway. Strangely, they re-enter the house, and it's evident that the entity still lingers.
Yuri? Ô, mano, tá brincando, mano? Onde é que você tá? Onde você tá, mano? Ô, Yuri. Que isso?
As previously mentioned, the legend dictates that this woman only manifests to men with moral missteps. So, does her appearance in this investigative team imply guilt on their part? It's certainly a spine-tingling thought to consider. On November 28, 2022, Tampa police responded to a noteworthy incident at the residence of Antonio Brown, a former NFL star who had recently retired from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Antonio Brown was a well-known and high-profile figure in the region, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the situation. The video footage of the incident, begins with a police officer requesting that Brown exit his mansion to engage in a conversation.
Come talk to me over here. Okay. Right here?
The officers attempted to negotiate with Brown, who consistently declined to unlock his door.
I got you. I'll talk to you. They can't go far, though. Antonio, listen. Okay.
The police had been dispatched to Brown's residence in response to a call from a woman who claimed that Brown had thrown a shoe at her. However, at this point, there was no sign of the woman inside the home, and the police's primary objective was to initiate a conversation with Brown. Unfortunately, Brown's refusal to open the door made this task particularly challenging.
Okay. Well, talk to me. What's going on? I can't really hear you, though. You want to crack it a little bit? You want to go to the window?
Following persistent reassurances from the police officer that Brown was not in any legal trouble, Brown eventually agreed to communicate with them through an open-door patio.
Hey, Antonio, you're not in trouble. Okay, well, okay.
During this interaction, it became apparent that there were other individuals present in the house, a factor that could potentially complicate the situation further.
I'll talk to you. Crack it so I can hear you. You know what I mean?
Fortunately, the police continued to stress that they were only interested in gathering information and not pursuing any charges against Brown.
They're over there. It's only me. I'm right here. You're not in trouble, man.
The officer also inquired if Brown remembered him from a prior encounter, to which Brown indicated that he did.
You remember me, right? I wrote. Yes. Okay. I wrote the report for you. Remember that, right? The whole time I was cool with you, right? Okay. So let's just talk. Let's. You want to talk to me on the phone? I'm on my phone. Do you have a screen on the front door? I mean, just so I can talk to you, so I can hear you. Just. You want to go front door? Yeah.
As the conversation shifted to the front door, Brown seemed to express fear that opening the door might lead to his arrest.
It's only me. I can't hear you. You too, brother? You want to just crack it a little? It's only me. I mean...
The officer suggested retrieving the woman's identification from her purse, but Brown claimed not to have access to it.
So let's do this. Can we at least give her back her ID and stuff real quick? Can we do that? Oh, you don't have it? Oh, there's nothing in there? So there's no purse or nothing up? Okay.
The conversation delved into a lengthy explanation of the events that had transpired between Brown and the woman, yet the officer struggled to comprehend Brown's account.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I remember I saw the call and I was like, hey, maybe he'll talk to me because we had a good interaction, you know what I mean? Right, so no matter what happens, you're going to just deal with me. That's it. It's very easy. It's always been like that. So let me ask you this. Are you willing to talk to me besides this? No, I understand. I know you're not doing it to me. I just can't hear you.
Given the woman's insistence that her belongings were still inside the house, the officers found themselves with no choice but to persistently question Antonio Brown.
So let me do this. Let me see if, because she talked about an ID and a purse. Let me see. Yeah. Let me just see what else she's talking about, and I'll ask you if it's in there. Is that cool?
Ultimately, the officers informed Brown that if he didn't allow the woman to retrieve her possessions, she had the option to enlist someone to unlock the door and assist her.
But let me just tell you this. I don't want this to happen, okay? So I'm talking to you. Hear me out first. Listen to me. Between me and you, if you don't let her in to get her things, I'm telling you, because it's out of my hands. But I'm just warning you because I'm telling you man to man, okay? If you don't let her in, I'm telling you, if she wanted to have that dude do the lock thing, she can.
This was due to the fact that the woman was still technically considered a resident, with remaining time on her eviction notice.
She's technically still a resident here until the eviction process is, because there's still 7 days left on the eviction. Listen, you're not in trouble. You're not gonna. I know. But I want you to hear it from me. You're not in trouble. You're not gonna get arrested. Okay? So listen.
The officer explained that Brown had a 5-minute window to permit the woman's entry, with the assurance that the officer would accompany her to ensure nothing was taken.
Oh, and I would be with you. I'll hang out with you while she gets it. I'll go with her. No, listen. You want me to go with her? I can go with her. So if you want, I will walk with her so she don't take nothing, and then we'll get it and she'll leave. And that's it. Yeah, let's do that.
The situation remained tense, but Brown eventually agreed to open the door and allow the woman inside, with the police officer present.
Hey. Yeah, we can do it. Yep. Make me look good. Make me look good. That's it. But let me go with her though. Yep. You want me to get her? Okay. Hey, what's her name?
During this process, it was observed that Brown was smoking marijuana, to which the officer reassured him that he was not facing any legal consequences for this.
You and me are good. I don't care about the weed. I don't care about none of that stuff. Huh? You know what I mean? When she comes here, I'm gonna go with her. But listen, you gotta leave the door open. You know what I mean? Okay.
However, Brown exhibited a degree of paranoia concerning the other officer's proximity and decided against allowing them in after all.
Listen to me. She's gonna leave. I got it. Trust me. I got it. Let's get her stuff, and that's it. No, he's gotta be close. He has to be. He has to be close. He's not gonna come in. He's gonna be just right up in here. I'm not gonna come in your house. It's only me, Antonio. Just so we could be done with this.
In a peculiar twist, the woman later dropped the charges related to the shoe-throwing incident, adding a layer of complexity to an already unusual situation. We often see in videos that armed robbers are not looking for a fight, but rather for easy targets. In Fresno, California, there was an attempted armed robbery at a 7-Eleven store, and there was a security guard with a gun there. Let's see how the situation changes quickly and how having someone armed can stop armed robbers. Remember, armed robbers are after easy victims, not a fight. Pay close attention because this happens very quickly. In the video, you can see the armed robbers entering the store. One of them seems to have a rifle, but there's an armed guard off camera. The guard quickly fires at the robbers and they run away. The whole incident is over in just a few seconds. From this, we can learn a couple of important lessons. First, in places where threats can surprise you, like the store, danger can come very suddenly, and you won't have much time to react. The guy with the gun was an immediate deadly threat to everyone in the store. Looking at the gun he had, it might seem like a toy, but in the moment, you won't have time to think about that. It still posed a real and deadly danger. The most significant lesson here is that armed robbers don't want to fight. They want to find easy targets. As soon as they encounter strong resistance and realize they don't have an advantage, they run away. Another important thing to note is that the guard did the right thing by not chasing the robbers once they ran away. Instead, he called 911 to report the incident. In summary, this situation happened very quickly. If you stay aware of your surroundings, react swiftly, and resist effectively, you can stop armed robbers and protect yourself and others. Few places hold as much allure as those forgotten and abandoned by the inexorable march of time. Brennan Frederick, a YouTuber, harnesses the fascination of urban exploration, embarking on a journey to an abandoned gas station that has long faded from memory. What adds to the eerie, almost apocalyptic ambience of this place is the arduous trek through overgrown bushes and brambles far removed from the beaten path.
I told you we were gonna find a way in.
Fortunately, once they arrive, their exploration unfolds seamlessly. The subsequent portion of the video documents their venture as they enter through broken windows, unveiling the relics left behind within the shop.
The only thing we got left, some light bulbs, some tape, petroleum jelly, BC powders, and headache medicine.
It offers a glimpse into a bygone era, akin to a fleeting snapshot of life well lived, as this establishment likely served as a quintessential community store where nothing essential was ever overlooked. Though it may have been depleted over time, it seems that it was once well stocked and bustling with activity. Have you encountered a similar establishment in your vicinity, and does it still stand today? Feel free to share your experiences and insights in the comment section below. A small group of friends on a fishing trip can be observed capturing footage of the murky waters below as they appear to search for something. Due to the unclear water, it's somewhat challenging for us to discern precisely what has caught their attention.
It's turning. It's going this way. It's right here.
This continues for a few more seconds until the predator they were seeking finally makes an appearance.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
However, the large predator doesn't settle for just revealing itself. It also decides to engage in a particular behavior. Sharks, being inherently inquisitive predators, often investigate unusual objects with their razor-sharp teeth. The video concludes shortly afterward, with everyone emerging from the encounter unscathed. On April 5, 2023, an ongoing issue at Mitchell International Airport came to a head as rental cars had been repeatedly stolen over the past several years. On this particular day, law enforcement intervened and managed to thwart a car theft in progress. The dramatic incident was captured on a police officer's chest-mounted camera, revealing the moment when 23-year-old Sean Jabo was apprehended while attempting to flee in a stolen vehicle.
Stop driving now! Get your hands up! Turn off the car!
In his ill-fated attempt to abscond with the stolen car, Jabo drove over a set of spike strips strategically deployed by the police, rendering most of the vehicle's tires inoperable. With police officers swiftly closing in, their firearms at the ready, Jabo found himself with no alternative but to exit the stolen vehicle.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get your hand on the ground! Do it now! Get on the ground!
What followed was a harrowing struggle between Jabo and several officers, during which he managed to break free momentarily and make a desperate bid to escape on foot. Remarkably, he persisted even after being subjected to a taser discharged by one of the pursuing officers.
This is not real! Come on! He's running down 190!
Ultimately, law enforcement managed to catch up with Jabo once again, apprehending him and securing him over the hood of one of their police vehicles. As they questioned him about the incident, Jabo's mental state came into question when he informed the officers, "I'm not all there. I just need some help, that's all."
I'm not all there. I'm not all there right now, man. I just need help. That's all.
Further investigation of Jabo's belongings yielded another set of keys, leading the officers to suspect that he had made an earlier attempt to steal another vehicle on the same day.
I heard you say earlier that you tried to get into the second car.
There's another set of keys in there for a Honda.
Consequently, Jabo now faces a series of charges, including operating a vehicle without the owner's consent and criminal damage to property, as law enforcement works to address the circumstances surrounding this complex and dramatic incident. A Mercedes vehicle initiated a pursuit involving the Los Angeles Police Department as it traversed the lanes of the 10 freeway. This high-speed chase unfolded with the suspect operating the vehicle at a rapid pace, at times veering through various segments of the freeway and even resorting to driving along the shoulder of the road in an apparent attempt to evade capture. The pursuit was closely monitored by the Sky Fox aerial coverage team, providing real-time visuals and updates on the unfolding events. However, during the course of the chase, the suspect managed to elude the pursuit team, and the vehicle's whereabouts became unclear as it disappeared from Sky Fox's sight. The initial reason for the pursuit was the suspect's engagement in reckless driving behavior, which raised concerns about public safety on the roadways. As of 3 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon, the authorities had not made any official announcements regarding the apprehension of the suspect involved in this pursuit. Furthermore, the precise nature of the suspect's alleged involvement in other criminal activities, if any, remained undisclosed, leaving a shroud of uncertainty surrounding their motives and potential legal issues beyond the initial reckless driving incident. The situation continued to develop, and law enforcement efforts to resolve the matter remained ongoing at that time. On December 20th, 2022, at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, while passengers went about their routines of arriving and departing, the facility operated smoothly as usual. However, amid this sense of normalcy, an incident unfolded in which a patron attempted to exploit the situation for his own gain. Airport security personnel observed a man swiftly grabbing 2 bags from the luggage carousel before making a rapid getaway from the area. The ensuing chest cam footage captured a determined officer chasing down the suspect, identified as 29-year-old Chase Pittman. Pittman's escape was thwarted earlier when another officer intercepted him at the MARTA station.
Listen, you got him? Turn around. Turn around. I want to take man. Well, you got him. What you gonna do with him?
No, I'm finna.
Upon catching up to Pittman, the pursuing officer engaged in a physical struggle to subdue him, and another officer promptly arrived to assist in securing the suspect. This second officer made it abundantly clear to the would-be thief that he was not someone to be taken lightly.
Come on, man. So don't get ugly with me now. I'm the wrong brother. You hear me? Yes, sir. I'm the wrong one now.
Eventually, the stolen bags were successfully returned to the rightful owner, and Pittman found himself facing legal consequences. He was subsequently booked into the Clayton County Jail, facing charges related to theft for his actions in the airport on that day.